You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manaan is covered by nothing but vast oceans. The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down? No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location. How can I help? Then I suggest...
What do you need? Talk about what? The only thing I want to do right now is find Dustil. If he's alive, there's just nothing else I want to think about. I'll understand if we can't look for him right now, but if we could, it would be a huge load off my mind.
Yes. What is it?
I have been bothered by something of late. I never told you where I came from, did I? Where I grew up as a child? I suppose I was trying to deny what I was feeling. I have been wrestling with my feelings inside, trying to come to terms with it, but I find I cannot. I must have someone to blame. Someone to blame for the destruction of my homeworld. Someone who is responsible for the death of everyone I have ever known, except those on Dantooine. Taris. It was Taris that the Sith destroyed to try to kill you and your precious Bastila. Taris, my homeworld. If it were not for you and Bastila, the Sith would have never had reason to destroy that world. It was your fault for being there, and your fault for rescuing Bastila. Without your intervention, the Sith would have had no cause to lay waste to my childhood. Just let me vent my anger. I need someone to blame. Something. Anything. I hated that world. Yet everything I learned as a child, I learned there. It is as much a part of me as the air I breathe. I have this ache inside me, where all my childhood memories lay, and I find your face there with them. If it was not for you, that world would still exist. I know. I suppose I realized that. But it is so hard to lose your entire past. You would not understand. Yes, I suppose it will. As long as we remain focused on our task. It will. I am sorry. I will try not to distract you in the future with my trivial experiences. We should stop for now. Yes. What is it? I was remembering Taris. It was a horrible place to have to live. At least in the lower cities where the non-humans tended to get relegated. Living for years in a place with no sun, living off the trash dropped from the upper levels, and the meager pay doing back-breaking labor. There was always the danger of Rakuls coming up from the sewers, or more mundane predators living and working in the area. My family and I struggled each and every day to make something of our lives. But we could only go so far. Taxes from the corrupt government, more fees from the gangs controlling the streets, and whatever was left paying for what food and medical supplies we could afford. And of course, there was the constant bigotry and hate from the more affluent and human citizens, lording their wealth over us living below. Every once in a while, a rich human would come down through the lower levels with his droid entourage just to see how the wildlife lived, and laughed at the mockeries that were our successes. But I have come to meet many decent humans in my travels since those days. Indeed, some of the greatest people I have ever met are human. The Jedi who encouraged me to join the Order, the one who was with the group going to fight the Mandalorians, she was human. I am sorry. I am getting away from my point, if there even was one. Sometimes I curse the day my parents fled to Taris, but then again, if they had not, I would not be where I am today. Another story for another time. For now, we must continue our own epic, to save the galaxy, if we can. I have been thinking much about our journey, and I am grateful and honored that you have accepted me with you. I am not used to such unbiased acceptance from one who is nearly a stranger to me. We Cathar do not make friends easily, or for long. Even on Dantooine, I remained alone. Not ostracized exactly, but separate. Well, even if we do not speak that often, or are apart, I still feel a part of a team, this group you have assembled that accompanies you and Bastila on your quest. It is warming. I feel almost welcome. Needed. You seem to be very decisive when it is required of you. It is reassuring to know that I can count on someone like you. Yes, and that is my point. I find it difficult to explain. It is so different from what I am used to. Just thank you for accepting me.
Got something on your mind, do you? Manon's an unusual place. Not for its water, mind you. It's the Kolto, healing juice, only place where it occurs in the galaxy. And that's about all I got to say about that. Now, let's get going. Oh, I get it. Let's play with the old man's head, is it? He's half senile. He'll forget I said anything. Wait, what was this about anyway?
Yeah, what do you want? Waterworld's never had much of an appeal for us to conquer. They may put up a good fight in their own environment. No match for us, of course. But they don't really have anything of value, either. The thing this world is good for is a substance known as Kolto. Kolto is the single best healing substance in the galaxy. But the Mandalore are not as weak and fragile as your Republic and Sith warriors. When we enter a battle, we carry weapons powerful enough to pulverize cities. Both in our wars and in our own personal combats, there are no survivors. So Kolto does not hold the appeal it does for your peoples. You have anything else you want to ask? I don't have as many strange stories like the last one I told you. But I do have a couple about me and the stuff I've done. In one battle above the world of Althir, My unit managed to defeat a force of Althiri 10 times our own size. That battle gained me command of an entire subsect of my clan. For 5 days, they had managed to hold off our forces, keeping us to the outer rings of their world, preventing us from attacking it directly. My task was to assault one of their flanks with a false attack. The Althiri would be drawn out by the units I had sent in. Once they had surrounded those units, the bulk of my forces would attack from the rear and defeat them in detail. Things didn't go as I had planned. I saw an opening, a mistake they had made in the disposition of their forces, and took it. While fending off our main force, they had let their fleet split in two. The center of their entire fleet was left exposed. I turned my forces and assaulted the center of their fleet, decimating them. Their slow, ponderous ship could not turn to face us without being overwhelmed. The command vessels were destroyed in seconds. Their ranks were thrown into chaos. It was amusing to watch the surviving ships scatter and flee. Several even tried to dive through the plane of the rings to escape us. They were shredded by the rings, or crashed into rocks, or were destroyed by our forces as we pursued them. Warriors do not flee from a battle if they are losing. They fight to the end, as we did against your Jedi Revan. Another time, maybe, I'll tell you about how the war with the Republic went. For now, let's just get on with things. Is there something else you want to know? Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a speed-boosting stimulant to help you get quicker. There anything else you need? Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Hey there, what can I do for you? Manon's the source for all the Kolto in the galaxy. That's why this fish-faced Selkath can stay neutral in this whole Sith Republic war. But I don't know much else about this place. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do for you? Okay, have it your way.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many ways to fulfill your wish.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude. Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manon, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere. Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So, we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether. You're joking, right? I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manon, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require? A star map? Like an ancient artifact or something? No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you? It's big. Real big. Actually, it's pretty much the only real city on the entire world. The only place for us air breathers, anyway. Manaan is a water world, which you may have noticed on your way down to land here, inhabited natively by a species of fish people called the Selkath. They built this city to cater to us off-worlders, and as a base of operations to export Kolto, which is the only real thing they have to trade here. The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that... Well, that, and they threaten to destroy. But I think they're... Is there anything else you require? Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Chichopa, Kimba Muli Raponaji, Kuyami Juski Chikanai, Pamakoka Smaktilia, Paco Chichopa, Kimba Muli Tava,
You should treat your power with respect, not use the Force on a whim like it is some toy.
Republic's days are numbered. It won't be long until Malak turns his armada loose on Coruscant itself.
Save your empty threats, Sith scum. Malak isn't stupid enough to attack the core worlds, now with the entire Republic fleet waiting for him.
You're a fool. When the Sith descend on Coruscant, our numbers will block out the sun itself. The galactic senators will collapse trembling in fear and beg for mercy at Malak's feet.
You underestimate the Republic's resolve. We'll die before we surrender Coruscant.
That can be arranged. Remember what happened to Taris. Malak could do the same to the core worlds.
He wouldn't dare.
Now it is you who underestimate our resolve.
kinja nawabakaon. Pichage borang turang. Nada chawa yishun kun. Noba murirati like. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi uko tune chuna murira. Tangi wama chikuna. Tong hit wama aki uko tune. Potong hi wama ji aki uko tu. Tong pano kun. No nek. Chiwi aita. Diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami kyusku chitanai. Kakinja nawabakaon, pichage borang turang, nada chawa yishun kun. Noba murirati lai uka, kan ibora tong chitsa. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna murira. Tangi wama jiko na. Tongki wama aki inko tune. Potonghi wama ji aki inko tu. Tong pano kun. Chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras nimo poi wanga tangi wama ji. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna Achua pengti yun patisa. Ichuba jikuka naga. Tong hit wama aki inko tune. Potong hi wama ji aki inko tu. Tong pano kun no nek. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami kyusku chitanai. Tong hit wama aki inko tune, potong hi wama ji aki inko tu, tong pano kun, no nek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami kyusku chitanai. Uchua penki, tong hit wama aki inko tune, potong hi wama ji aki inko tu, tong pano kun, no nek, chiwi aita ka. Chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo, kun muliras nimo poi chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna murira, tangi wama jiko na. Tong hit wama aki inko tune, potong hi wama ji aki inko tu, tong pano kun, no nek, chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo, kun muliras nimo poi wanga tong hit wama aki inko tune, potong hi wama ji aki inko tu, tong pano kun, no nek, chiwi aita ka diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami kyusku chita. Tong hit wama aki inko tune, potong hi wama ji aki inko tu, tong pano kun, no nek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami kyusku chitanai. Uchua penki, topa na oto bokasa. Chiwa aita kan kicha na chupornibo, kun muliras nimo poi wanga tangi wama ji human akun ikatu tong hit wama aki inko tune, potong hi wama ji aki inko tu, tong pano kun, no nek, chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Ki diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami kyusku chitanai. Uchua penki, diska dosoki, kopa bono nakachu, labora na winki smack toma, kuyami kyusku chitanai. Uchua penki, topa na oto bokasa, yubapato konchi, tong hit wama aki inko tune, potong hi wama ji aki inko tu, tong pano kun, no nek, Chiwi Aita Kachon Chicha, Ki Mulira Kunkin, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Tong Hidwama Aki Tune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Chiwi Aita Kachon Chicha, Agi Ukotune, Chunamuri Ra, Tong Hidwama Jikona, Tong Hidwama Aki Ukotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Kachon Chiwi Aita Kachon Chicha, Agi Ukotune, Chiwa Aita Kan Kichana, Jupornibo, Kun Muliras Nino Poiwanga, Tong Hidwamaji, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki. Tong Hidwama Aki Ukotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Chiwi Aita Ka Chon Chicha, Agi Ukotune, Chunamuri. Tong Hidwama Aki Ukotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Chon Chicha, Ki Muli. Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki, Tong Hidwama Aki Ukotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Chon Chicha, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki, Topa na Otobokasa, Tong Hidwama Aki Ukotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Chon Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chita, Tong Hidwama Aki Ukotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Uchua Penki, Topa na Otobokasa, Tong Hidwama Aki Ukotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek, Chiwi Aita Ka Diskadosoki, Kopa Bono Nakachu, Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Kuyami Jusku Chitanai, Tong Hidwama Aki Ukotune, Potong Hidwama Ji Aki Ukotu, Tong Panokun, Nonek. Con Mulis Limo Poiwanga con Biskin. Chiscanichu, Kimba Muli Rap. Labora na Winki Smaktoma, Chiscadasoki Ku. Oba.
Welcome to Manan. I'm Roland Wan. As the official representative of the Republic Embassy on this planet, I'm here to help all citizens of the Republic should they require aid. A beautiful place, Ahto City. A paradise on the water. But remember, within the city itself, the Selkath have absolute authority. They're a tough race, but fair. Obey the Selkath laws, keep the peace, and you should encounter no problems. I assume you received a visitor guide to the city when you docked your ship. I regret there is little I can tell you that's not in the visitor guide, my good Jedi. My duties rarely permit me to venture beyond the walls of the Republic Embassy. Oh, of course I'll do whatever I can. But I'm only a simple diplomatic representative of the Republic. I doubt I can be of any use to the Jedi Council. An ancient and forgotten race. And you think it may be here on Manan? Well, perhaps. But if you want to get information about that, you'll have to do something for me first. We were using a submersible reconnaissance droid in the ocean surrounding Ahto City, and it was damaged. It took a data recording of the outside of the city before being driven off by the Firaxan sharks. But while it was returning to the surface, it encountered difficulties and was disabled. Its automatic systems floated it to the surface, but we could not retrieve it in time. The Sith were applying subtle pressure to the Selkath authorities for some reason we've not determined, and were able to delay us long enough that they could retrieve the droid before we did. The droid's data centers are heavily encrypted, so it will take the Sith several days, we believe, to get to its data. It was captured 12 hours ago. It is imperative that we get it back. It's heavily guarded, we're sure, in the Sith Embassy here on Manan. Since we have no remaining soldiers to spare, and certainly not our elite ones, we have no one capable of entering the Sith base and retrieving it. That is what we would ask you to do. There are several leads we've been working on to get into the Sith base. Any of them should work for you, although it might be wise to concentrate your efforts on just one. The first method that's possible is to help us interrogate a Sith prisoner we managed to catch after he tried to infiltrate our base. He's being held just inside our enclave. We think he may be able to give us the passcode that the Sith give their informers to enter the base. He has proved most resilient so far. We managed to pick up a crate of blank Sith data cards, the type they use for passcards. The encryption system to unlock them is very difficult, however. But if you are more skilled than our technicians, you may be able to gain access that way. The Sith have got the Selkath to give them exclusive use of one of the main hangar bays. Visiting Sith Masters use this bay to land, then take a speeder over the water to an external entrance to the Sith Enclave. The luckless spy we mentioned earlier had a pass card to that hangar on him. While it is surely well guarded, it may prove to be the most direct route. Here's the card. The Sith base itself is very heavily guarded. If they became aware of your presence, I fear you would be quickly outnumbered and killed. Here is a pass card to get you inside our facility. You should find all you need to get started in there. You can choose whichever of the methods you want, as long as you get in the base and get the data recording back. Which method do you think you would like to try first? Good call. Just make sure you don't push him too hard or we might lose him. I wish you luck in your task. Should you retrieve the data recording from the droid, return it here to me, and we can see about getting you that information.
Chopa chawa wisyun kun. Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Chuba chi jopa ku. Da hupa botenia go gigi piti. Just cronky do patslimo. Chino molirani bubo tonkin.
So, you're the one Roland has got to help us interrogate this prisoner. I hope your Jedi powers will come in useful. This one has been most resistant. He's a Sith spy we picked up a little while ago, snooping around outside trying to get in. We thought he was suspicious and brought him inside when the Selkath weren't looking. But it seems the Sith have done a pretty good job of conditioning this guy, and we haven't been able to break him yet. The Sith protect their really important spies with some sort of mental force feedback system. They can turn their minds in on themselves, so force compulsions won't affect them. Combine this with conventional training to resist interrogation, and sometimes it takes months to get them to tell what they know. Do you want to interrogate him now? While the training the Sith gave him will protect him from most normal interrogation techniques, and also from force persuasion, we have found a few hooks you might find useful. He was with another man when he was first spotted. We think it was another spy, but we didn't manage to catch him. We also seized some personal documents he had on him when he was captured. It would seem that he's married to a woman named Tila. We checked this in our computers, and it seems to hold up. We've sent a couple of agents to investigate, but it may be a while. What we have here is your standard issue truth serum. It should make him spill his guts in no time. But there is a catch. Because of his conditioning, he's able to resist it at small doses. But if you give him too much, his body realizes what you're trying to do and shuts his mind down completely. If you do that, you'll have to inject him with an antidote that neutralizes the truth serum. Unfortunately, that too has a drawback. It causes short-term memory loss. This may work to your advantage because you can try the same tactic over and over again. But if you use it too much, he may forget everything we want to know. Shall we get it started then? Hey you, wake up. Someone wants to talk to you.
What do you want? How did you find out about her? Yes. No, please don't hurt her. All right. I'll tell you what you want to know.
What's the passcode to the Sith base?
It's Zeta 245698 Alpha. Just no more.
Good. With this pass, you should be able to get into the Sith base without trouble. Just don't delay too long, or they might learn that he's been captured.
So you're the one who's gonna try to get into the Sith base, eh? Huh, good luck, you're gonna need it. This is our main computer room here. We got the box of passcards we got from the Sith, but we haven't been able to break their encryption yet. We have been able to decode the numeric system they use, but there are holes in our terminal sequence patterns. The strings of numbers that end the code sequences. If we could complete those strings, we would have the key to their encryption system. The encryption system is composed of 6 matrices. Each is based on a mathematical method. The holes we're missing are the final number in each of the strings. Most are simple, but the final 2 matrices seem to be much more difficult. The second last matrix has a pattern looping back on itself, or something. And the last is divided into smaller subparts. Maybe the pattern for that is within each part. But I have to admit, all this is a bit over my head. I haven't even been able to slice past the first matrix, and I've been at this for hours. I've ruined a dozen cards already. But the good thing is we have a whole box of them, so you don't have to worry about running out anytime soon. Since Roland said you were cleared, you can use the computer freely. I'll be here if you have any questions.
Dr. Jax is insane. He just smashes through everything to the finish. I guess we should expect that from a Gamorrean.
Back off, Republic scum. A man like you couldn't hope to satisfy a Sith woman. Hey, this street is for Sith only. You gotta pay a 20 credit toll to walk down this street. Hiding behind the Selkath laws. Typical Republic cowards. Out of my way, unless you want to feel the wrath of the Sith. Sith is a terrible thing. Remember, Taris? You'll see. You'll all see. Back off, Republic scum. A man like you...
What do you want, Rainbat? I don't have the time or desire to bother speaking with wandering idiots. You're probably another race fan in a fool stupor after that big win by local whelp Queedle Molto. I will get tired of your voice in short order, so make it quick. Nothing about the current state of the races make me want to watch, especially if it means associating with the cattle grouped in there now. I admire the mercenary spirit of Cassandra Matilda. Other than that, no.
Her mercenary spirit isn't what's selling the auto brutes.
She does have other qualities as well. Good. This visit was dragging on.
Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu aithaudonga tulpada bonk molya gando danago chu. Tongai tuam jiji yumalith pa ang ninkotu. Tulbada bunk walya gando danago chuchut. Kachi chu aithaudonga. Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu aithaudonga tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Kachichu aitha haudunga. Inkin kuno bamulira chitkun. Slima podonna. Run. Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachichu aitha haudunga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampong. Tongai tuam jiji yumalit pa ang nikotu. Tulbada bunk walya gando de nago chuchut, kachi chu aitha haudunga. Tongai tuam jiji yumalith pa ang ninkotu. Tulbada bunk walya gando de nago chuchut, kachi chu aitha haudunga. Karatumpa kunpa yiya mokapata. Nanay kachu. Yinkin Takum justak miki grabel mogo. Kachi chu aithaudonga. Tulpada bonk molya gando danago chuchut. Moga shampungpa.
Kipuna na bonsha. Kavadumpa kupaliaya mokarpata.
Tufedan gelva. Norisidan gelva. Tufla der Bundas, Uftakel Chief, Fabuelta, Colossus, Ivan Bebut,
Miguel y Raymond. Tuora. Tunitut Blackman Nibble Gelfa. Hoisidan Gelfa Vaninuga Gelfa. Undasta Gelfa. Ufta Gelkis. Hier fahren Luisa Luft in der Andebat. When now for the Lufta. She endured it out. And Raji go. Lufta Gelfa. Hoisidan Gelfa. Tunitut Blackman Nibble Gelfa. Kolo dus Ivan Rebu, Papuelta, Tuora. Kelmo tunfu sini pirongan, Undasta Sjelfa, Ufta Gelkis. Shia Fade, Uftadan Gelfa, Hoisidan Gelfa. Tunitut Blackman Nibble Gelfa, Hoisidan.
What do you want? I don't waste time with fans. So if this is about an autoprint, forget it. You can buy one when I get more made up. Wait, no. You're the new sector champion, aren't you? You're really cutting into my profits. What do you want? Don't get snippy with me. I have legions of adoring fans that would rather have my time. Legions! I know that if you do absolutely anything wrong, you get locked up. Seems like finding criminals is a great way. I'm surprised. Don't hurry.
Only people who have business with the Sith are allowed inside the embassy. Oh, really? You mean someone like you actually has some real purpose inside? Well then, what is it? Yes, well, I suppose you really do have some business here. Head on in.
You there! I don't recognize you. How did you get in here? Your pass card is out of date, and I don't recognize you at all. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Commander Gran, report to the security desk immediately.
authorize this person to enter. I don't know them, and their identification doesn't match up. They're spies.
What? Sound the alarm! Droids, destroy them!
Acknowledgement!
What?